Caitlin Clark has literally carried the sport on her back all summer long. She talks that yang. That's what resonates with Caitlin Clark.
Indiana Fever just dropped a bombshell decision on September 30th, and Caitlin Clark desperately needed it to happen.
It isn't her being white. It isn't her being straight. Her game resonates with people in basketball and across the country because she's got that edge. She plays with a flair. I heard her drop 3 F-bombs in one game sitting right there courtside. Her teammates had to hold her back. She's yelling at the coach.
This isn't just any decision. This is Kelly Koff stepping back into the spotlight. And if you know anything about the Fever's history, you know she's practically the oxygen that made the team breathe back in 2012.
You know, background in terms of growing up in the organization and understanding everything, you know, the nuances around it, and certainly gives us great perspective.
Koff returns as president of basketball and business operations after previously leading the franchise from 2000 to 2018, during which the Fever won the WNBA championship in 2012. Her experience promises to shape the future of the Fever and women's basketball. The Fever thrived under her leadership, but as often happens, critics forced her out in 2018. Now, with Caitlin Clark in a tough spot, Koff's return is crucial. Clark has been carrying the team alone, but no squad can thrive with just one player shining while the rest lag behind.
That's what Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Jordan, you name it, that's what they do. Clark resonates, but that clicking sound you hear is televisions being turned off.
The big question is, why was Christy Sides let go so suddenly? And what makes Kelly Koff the right choice for president? This isn't just a ceremonial role for Koff. She's got real work ahead of her. She's back to turn things around, and the timing couldn't be better. Let's be honest, the Fever have been a bit directionless for the last few seasons, but now, with Caitlin Clark on the team, everything's changed.
When you get one of those top 3 to 4 players, certainly it can change your franchise, and it's somebody that you want to continue to build around. It's exciting. It's exciting for our fans.
She's practically the face of the franchise, and if we're real about it, she's the main reason anyone remembers the Fever right now.
Ain't nobody watching this stuff now. Ain't nobody turning the set on and saying, I gotta watch who?
Clark has incredible talent and charisma, drawing more fans to games than any other player in the league combined.
You know, just what you said, just the future of the Fever, it's incredible. I mean, to have, you know, these 3 here and then what we have that are at home.
Need proof? This season, the Fever are bringing in over 177,000 fans per home game. That's not just remarkable, it's incredible, especially when you think about how things were just a year ago.
You know, such great insight as a player, first of all, and I think that's so valuable to an organization like ours.
They've transformed from having empty seats to becoming the most viewed team in the league. I'm not saying other teams should take notes, but honestly, it might be a good idea for them to do so.
It goes beyond trying to destroy Caitlin Clark.
With all that star power comes a lot of pressure, and this isn't a superhero tale. It's the reality of trying to create a winning team around one exceptional player.
The real agenda is to destroy free speech.
Koff has the experience, but let's be real, the Fever's front office hasn't exactly been making the best choices lately. They have Clark on their roster, and they better handle this situation carefully. Otherwise, fans might just show up at the office looking for answers. In a recent WNBA playoff game, Caitlin Clark experienced an eye poke from Dejonai Carrington, which sparked a lot of discussion. This reminds me of an event that changed my life. In 2016, I was driving to a reunion with friends when a distracted driver ran a red light and crashed into me. My car was total, and I ended up needing multiple knee surgeries. Insurance companies often try to pay you less than what you deserve after an accident, which is why I'm excited to introduce our sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the country and can fight for the best possible result for your case if you become their client. Whether it's a minor accident or something more serious, they make sure the insurance company doesn't shortchange you. The best part? You don't pay them up front. If they don't win, you don't pay. If you ever find yourself in an accident, remember your options. You can start your claim now by clicking the link in description below. Thanks to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this video.
Free speech crisis over social media. Are you not looking? These harmless beacons of positivity in the WNBA, we can't even go out and play.
As if that wasn't enough, there's also the ongoing drama surrounding Caitlin Clark. Gino Auriemma bluntly stated that Clark is on the wrong team and deserves better.
If you're a college player and you're a great college player like Caitlin was.
And you thought this was going to be Paige, and instead it's Caitlin.
The delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players.
Gino, just say you're a UConn guy.
And honestly, he might be onto something. Clark has been facing a lot of challenges this season, 6 technical fouls to be exact. And where's the support from the front office or the coaching staff? Silence.
Don't you understand the pain that it's causing when someone criticizes Honey DeJournay over Twitter? Let's throw out free speech so Honey DeJournay can be free. That's the argument they're making.
It seems like they're so focused on trying to fix the issues that they're forgetting to protect their star player.
Caitlin Clark she has hit this league like a comet. If you think what Curry does is cool, if you think what Mahomes does is cool, if you think Shedeur Sanders dancing around in the pocket is cool, I think you're going to like this Caitlin Clark game.
This is where Koff really has to take charge. It's not just about filling the stands. It's about ensuring the right adjustments are made. Clark isn't here to take hits. She's here to compete and win.
Her style and swag is off the charts right now. The Fever, one of the hottest teams in the league. Clark's setting records seemingly every game. Clark has been so exciting. I'm all in.
Side's focus on an offense-only strategy has put immense pressure on Caitlin Clark to perform every night.
They've been a total disaster. They started out rough with that rough schedule, but Caitlin Clark has turned it around. She's cooking stints the All-Star break. It almost feels like revenge season because she wasn't on that Olympic team.
It seems like her whole approach is Clark will handle it, right? Sure, Clark can score 30 points effortlessly, but that doesn't mean the defensive side can be ignored.
I do have a ticket on Caitlin Clark to win the MVP of the league, which is a dumb bet, but she's certainly in the mix, and the Fever to win the title. We should celebrate, not tolerate.
Watching Sides manage her player rotations feels like she's randomly picking names, hoping someone will magically figure out how to defend.
She carried a lot of things over the last couple of months, largely women's basketball, the state of Iowa's economy, and my guess, she will have an impact in the WNBA. I doubt it's this significant, but she will have an impact.
But surprise, using the same tired tactics repeatedly just isn't effective.
And certain people, men and women, whatever it is, you see it sometimes in movies in Hollywood, but that's often make-believe, and this was very real. It is almost a magic dust. Is it invincibility, relatability, connectability? Or just lots of ability?
No wonder Clark often looks exhausted. She's being pushed to her limits because Sides struggles with managing her rotations.
Whatever it is, it was bigger than basketball. A lot of athletes, even great ones, ride the wave. Caitlin Clark was the wave.
And let's discuss the so-called game plan. It seems like Sides believes in just scoring more points, and if the other team scores higher, well, just hope for the best. It's pretty sad.
I mean, duh. Yeah. We talked about how great Coach Staley was, right? How authentic she was. What did she say before she left? She gave her an interview after the game, right? Press conference, this and that. There. And the last she said is Caitlin Curry Clark. If you're out there somewhere. And she said, yo, you are one of our biggest GOATs. You've changed the game.
With the second worst defensive rating in the league, it's like a glaring warning sign, and Sides stands there with her clipboard, watching the chaos unfold just like everyone else.
You guys love to talk about Breanna Stewart and how great she was, right? Teron said, who else you got? Maya Moore. All these was phenomenal, though. They ain't changed the game.
She's not really coaching. She's more of a spectator who happens to be getting paid. That's why bringing Koff back is such a smart move for the Fever.
Every barbershop talk, right? Yep. That was the real sports conversations, right? From my background, from my culture, right?
Finally, there's someone who understands the bigger picture. Koff knows that you can't build a championship team by overworking your star players and just wishing for good luck. There needs to be a balance, an emphasis on defense, and a strategy that doesn't involve throwing Caitlin Clark into tough situations every game.
It's LeBron, it's the Lakers, it's Patrick Mahomes. Nah, it's Caitlin Clark. Curry Clark. She's changed the game. I haven't seen no player in basketball other than one dude. And he got 4 championships, and he's one of the GOATs, Steph Curry. I haven't seen nobody like her.
If Sides can't get her act together, and let's face it, she hasn't shown any signs of improvement.
Caitlin Clark taking shots, hitting the baskets. It's not like she hangs in the air and does all this spectacular stuff that Jordan does. It's just not that. It's not that exciting. But what you had with Tiger Woods and what you have with Caitlin Clark, every time that Tiger Woods swung that golf club and hit that white ball, you felt like you're watching history.
Then Koff should clean house and find a coach who truly knows how to win. And guess what? Koff isn't wasting any time. Rumors suggest she's already looking at strong defensive players like Gabby Williams from the Seattle Storm. That's exactly the kind of toughness and skill the Fever desperately need, because if anyone thinks Sides' current group is going to suddenly become great defenders overnight, think again.
Every time Caitlin Clark takes a shot, you feel like you're watching history be made. And that's what people love more than anything. That's what they take out their cell phones and I got this image and this is a historical moment.
This team needs real defenders, not just confused players running around while Clark carries all the weight.
Tiger Woods about to win his first major, his 8th major, his 12th major. Oh God, I stood next to Tiger Woods. And you feel like you're watching this historical athletic figure in Caitlin Clark, and everybody wants to be a part of history.
Sides has created quite a mess with the roster. Kelsey Mitchell is heading into free agency and has been performing well, averaging 19.2 points per game. The Fever can't afford to lose her, but if they stick with Sides' ineffective strategies, why would Mitchell want to stay? Nobody wants to be part of a team that treats defense like an afterthought.
And so everything she does feels more important than everything else everybody else does.
Meanwhile, Nalissa Smith's role is shrinking rapidly, and Erica Wheeler, the highest paid player, is essentially getting over $400,000 a year just to sit on the bench.